Hey Gemini, what's up guys? I hope everybody is well. So we're gonna go ahead and look at what's changing in your life. If that's something that interests you, stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box because that's gonna have any information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. So we have the money card that came out. So what's changing in Gemini gang's life? I am getting the energy of something financially is changing, right? Perhaps the money that's flowing in is changing, okay? There could be an increase in something. There could definitely be an increase in your value here, okay? Or something that you do is becoming suddenly more valuable. You could have felt like you went really unnoticed for a while. Yeah, earthworm. You could have felt like you went really unnoticed, and suddenly now it's like everybody's noticing you, or everybody wants a piece of what you do, or there's a lot of different options here for sure for some of you guys. I'm also getting the energy of like if you're on a fixed income, if there's like a certain amount of money that you make every single month, it does not fluctuate, it doesn't change. Gemini, there could be something where maybe you're getting a side gig, or maybe something that you create or something that you're putting out or you do is like increasing here, where it's adding more money to your life, okay? So I don't know if you're like on disability or, you know, Social Security or retirement or something like that, but it's like somebody who's like, it's fixed. Every single month you get this amount. It's like this is increasing for you somehow, okay? So yeah, I'm getting like there's changes in regards to your money for sure, Gemini. Yeah, we have the blooming card underneath. So something is definitely blooming here and opening up for you. All right, Gemini. Well, let's get a power animal. Okay, this is the animal that you can pull on its traits and its attributes to help you out in a situation. Basically pulling on the essence of this animal. We have the Gazelle. That card loves to come out, guys. You know what I mean? Like that card just loves to stay coming out for this collective. The Gazelle is talking about when you have been through it, right? This Gazelle don't have half a leg, okay? Looks like it's got tear stains going down its face. Some of you guys have just been through it, and there's something on the horizon here that catches your attention. You see something coming in the distance. This card always gives like Three of Wands energy for me, because it's like you see ships coming in and you're like, oh God, what is on those ships? Please let it be a blessing. Please let it be something that I can work with, or something that's going to be good for me. I can't take any more negativity, or I can't take anything else that's going to hurt me or upset me, okay? The Gazelle energy is asking you to be optimistic. It's asking you to be positive and to believe that there's something good that's on the horizon. You could have been really hypersensitive too, Gemini, like really focused in on the details, almost to the point of perfectionism. And, excuse me, as somebody who is a perfectionist themselves, that can be exhausting. It can be exhausting to be always looking for the flaws, always looking for the little small details or mistakes. Like I can't count how many times I have listened back to a reading and either not posted it or deleted it or whatever, because there's this one thing that I said that I'm like, oh God, Jessica, you know, or the fact that I clear my sinuses because I do a lot of readings in the morning and I get allergies. So like right now, it's a situation going on with my nose. This is my free time that I have to do readings, you know, before everybody gets up and everything. So me taking the human out of something and expecting myself to be perfect and a robot, well, I am a human, and humans have quirks, humans have allergies, right? And so there could be something where it's like you spend so much time on something just to kind of go back and keep refining it or keep changing it, or not even releasing it altogether because you're insecure or you're self-conscious, or you are worried that it's not going to matter to people. Like there's been lots of readings where I've been like, oh man, this ain't even gonna resonate for nobody, you know? How do I know it's not gonna resonate made for anybody. You know, like, so that is definitely something here with this Gazelle of being hyper-focused, hypersensitive, always kind of expecting the worst or looking for the worst in things because you have high standards for yourself. You have high expectations for yourself, Gemini. But there's something here about recognizing how great you are, and that could be what's changing here. Like, your sense of self-worth and value is definitely changing. So we are going to read this, even though we have read this so many times, okay? It says, heightened awareness and ability, vulnerable. The Gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty amidst sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper-vigilant. This can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty that they spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. When in balance, graceful, perceptive, and artistic. When out of balance, food allergies, insomnia, and a racing mind. To bring into balance, yin yoga and a cozy home and good food. Sorry for the sniffles, guys. Another thing that I did get with this card was some of you guys could have been down for a second. There could have been some kind of injury or illness or something that kind of made you where you couldn't really move around or you couldn't do some of the things that you love. Like maybe you got a foot injury and you used to love to jog. Well, finally you're going to be able to start jogging again, but you're not going to be able to do it like you used to, okay? You're going to have to take it really slow. And this could kind of hit your confidence level a little bit. You could feel like, man, I'm just not who I used to be, or maybe I'm getting older, my body's not reacting the same. Some of you guys could have just had a baby and it's like you expect yourself, and there's so much pressure on women who have just had babies to like bounce back just like that. Like, hun, it took almost a year to grow that baby. You know, you don't expect yourself to bounce back in a month or so. Like, give yourself a realistic time frame to heal from something or to get back to how you were. And maybe you're never going to be back the same way that you were after you've went through something. If you've had a baby or you've had some kind of big injury or something, maybe you're never going to be the way that you used to be, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you or that you're flawed, okay? So there could be something here where just your mindset and your sense of self-worth or self-value is really changing here. And I feel like I'm a firm believer when that happens, it's the frequency, right? So you could put out amazing work, but if you don't feel good about yourself, if you don't feel good about what you're doing, it's like it's not going to give you the results that you would like to see. And you know, listen, I'm being a little bit shady, right? But I'm just saying, on the flip side of that, you can put out some shitty work, but if you're really confident about it, you know, it could be like, get all kinds of results. I see it every day. Anyways, so there could be something like that that's going on. So the chakra card coming out, which makes a lot of sense for what we're talking about here. For some of you guys, you are getting into alignment here, or something's healing within your energy field, and this is causing more movement in your life, okay? Maybe just because you're more confident now, you're seeing that you can go further than what you were thinking before, Gemini. Your ancestors are really proud of all the healing work that you've done, how much effort that you put into your self-growth, okay? You're like very self-aware and not self-absorbed, right? There's a difference between self-awareness and self-absorption. And I feel like there's something here where it's like you are very aware and always trying to be better, always trying to do better, always trying to heal something or work on something or grow or fix something. And it's just like your ancestors are very proud of you. What is changing here? Some of you guys, your actual balance could be changing. Maybe you were feeling really off balance, or there was like dizziness, or you know, kind of vertigo or something here. Okay, maybe you couldn't steady yourself walking. Some of you guys had to use a cane or a walker or something, or maybe even a wheelchair. Like, I'm just getting this energy here of like your balance, you're steadying yourself out, you're healing after something for sure. And it feels physical for a lot of you guys. Like, it feels like you really did take a hit or something. What's changing for Gemini gang? What's changing, please, for Gemini gang spirit? Oh, Lord. Don't need no spotlight in the dark, I'ma still shine bright. Okay, I love that song. Aliens unite, beam me up, I'm about to take flight. I just love that song so much. Anyways, yeah, read the fine print. And then chosen energy, that's kind of what I'm getting, guys. I feel like there's something where you used to be like hyper focused on something. Some of you guys could be writing and you could just keep going back and changing it, okay? And trying to make it better, and or taking something out, removing something completely, and like, oh no, I'm not going to put that in here. I'm not going to say that, you know? And there's almost this energy of like, let yourself be human, let yourself be authentic. This really is reminding me of like with the book that I'm working on right now. I was talking to my best friend about it, and I was telling her like I'm almost like not sure if I should even write some of this stuff. Like, I feel like I'm being too honest. Like, you know, like I feel like I'm being too real. Like if my dad reads this book, he might be like, what the hell, Jessica? You went through that, or that happened to you? Or because there's things that I just haven't told people, you know? And so, but my best friend was like, you know, that's part of your story. That's who you are. It's about being authentic with yourself. It's not necessarily about how people are going to take it or how people are going to react to your story. Be authentic, you know? And don't like limit yourself here. So there could be something where it's like that, where it's like, you don't need to limit your story. Don't need to limit who you are or the work that you put out or how you show up every day, because you're scared of how people are going to react, or you're scared of, you know, if something bad is going to happen to you again. Bad things do happen, Gemini. That is a fact of life, right? The first rule of Buddhism or whatever is life is suffering. It's about how you handle it, Gemini, and you're a winner. You know, you're a survivor. There's something here where you are chosen for greatness, and this is what's changing, is you're starting to realize that. You're starting to accept that you are chosen for greatness, that there is something here that you're meant to achieve or that you're being selected for, okay? I'm also getting the energy of somebody who has been watching you, and we pick this up a lot, okay? I'm waiting for this person to finally start revealing themselves to the collective so we can kind of get different messages. I've noticed that with my readings. When I get repeating messages, it's because it still hasn't happened for everybody or something, okay? But there is this energy here of somebody who has been watching you, Gemini, and they see how great you are. Maybe they have been paying really close attention, or maybe they watch everything that you do. Okay, this could be again that energy of going by unnoticed. Some of you guys could really you know, have been showing up to the same job, doing the same thing for years, and then suddenly somebody notices, and now they're paying attention to everything that you do or everything that you've done. Especially if something is like cataloged or something where somebody can go back and look at what you've done, Gemini. Somebody is definitely doing that. So if you've already put out some kind of work before, like maybe you've written something already, or you've already had artwork out there, or you've done performances, you've had music, or projects on your job, or things that you've done, it's like somebody is going back and looking at that and really wanting to reach out to you. I feel like somebody wants to offer you something. This could have something to do with money or just growth, movement. You know, there are definitely ships that are coming in with that Gazelle energy, and these feel very positive. So this is really a time for you to shine and be authentic, and not to let yourself be held back by limitations, to not nitpick yourself apart, okay? That's definitely self-sabotage energy. Some of you guys have, I'm hearing it, some of you guys have masterpieces that you have not released, okay? Whether this is, again, something that you're writing, something that you're creating here, Gemini. Maybe you have an idea that you want to bring up to your boss or something. Some of you guys could work in design or something like that, or maybe you create like, because they're giving me like hair conditioner or hair shampoo or something like that, where it's like you've concocted something that is amazing, and for whatever reason you have not put it out there, or you haven't presented it, and Spirit is saying it's time to do that. There's something here with what's changing is you're being more gentle with yourself with the King of Cups, you know? Some of you guys could be going into therapy, or you could, you know, be trying to find somebody to talk to here for sure. Sorry guys, we have this neato feature that happened with an update recently for iPhones, where now we can pause videos. We weren't able to do that before. I don't know why. That seems like the most basic thing, right? To be able to pause when you're recording something, but we weren't able to before. That's all we can do. We can't like go back and edit or anything like that. That's probably in the future, but now we can pause finally. So if I need to blow my nose or something like that, I can do that without having to just do it, because yeah, my readings are not edited. Like everything is live. But anyways, with the King of Cups here, yeah, there could be something here where you're just opening up. Okay, and this is really balancing yourself out. So if you have a moment in like therapy, or you talk to somebody, or you get real with yourself about something, or you express something, you purge something, especially with the tissues here, like if you purge some kind of energy, Gemini, this is really going to balance you out. So that could be what's changing, is you're starting to talk about your emotions. You're starting to talk about the things that have happened to you. For some of you guys, you didn't want to talk about it. You know, Four of Pentacles, you wanted to keep it to yourself. You wanted to protect that part of yourself. You wanted to avoid it. You didn't want to look at it, for some of you guys, and I feel like you're looking at it. It's like you're going into that attic, you know, where we keep those old boxes and stuff, and we're finally going through that stuff, and we're seeing what needs to be thrown out, what needs to be kept, what we need to reconcile within ourselves. It's like you're doing a lot of healing work or a lot of shadow work, and this is changing your frequency. It's causing you to vibrate higher, Gemini. It's putting you into balance, okay? People around you could definitely be noticing that you are vibrating higher. There's something about you that feels more positive, or it feels more light filled, and it's drawing opportunity towards you for sure, Gemini. Yeah, some of you guys went through some kind of healing energy with the Tower, like you threw out some shit that does not need to be there anymore. Some of you guys could have had a dream recently, or maybe there was like a hypnotherapy or a past life regression or something here, where maybe you remembered something and you purged it. You know, there could have been a memory that, or of something in your childhood that happened, and then it suddenly, like, I don't know, you suddenly remembered it and you had to face it. You know, some of you guys could have went to your parents and asked them like, hey, I had this weird dream, or I remembered this from my childhood. Did this actually happen? And some of you guys could have, you know, had to have a emotional conversation with your parents or with your family or your sibling or something like that. I'm getting that energy. There's something here where maybe there was some kind of family secret or something that your parents hoped that you wouldn't remember. I don't know, guys. Take it as it resonates. It just feels like there's been some deep healing work here. But this is actually freeing up your energy with the Knight of Wands. Some of you guys are removing some people from your life. Like maybe you did remember something from your childhood and you're like, I'm sorry, like I can forgive you maybe one day or whatever, but I don't want to be around you. You know, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You know, like no wonder I always have like these flashbacks, or no wonder I always feel like, you know, I don't know, guys. I feel like I'm treading like on some stuff that is like, I don't want to trigger anybody, but I feel like maybe like, there could have been like issues around like getting showers or something, or there could have been issues around being in dark rooms or something. I don't know. I feel like somebody suffered through some kind of like abuse or something, guys. Not to hurt anybody or trigger anybody or bring up anything you don't want to hear about, but I feel like there was something that you went through when you were little or growing up, or maybe even a teenager or something, and it's like maybe you kind of blocked it off, but you've always kind of felt weird when you get showers, or you've always felt weird when people like undressing in front of people, or you know, being in like sleeping next to somebody that's not like your partner or something. I don't know, there's something like that going on, guys. I feel like basically the general message here is that you've purged something. You really looked at something deep within that was possibly very traumatizing, and this has balanced you out. That's what's changed. You know, you could also no longer be blaming yourself for you being a victim of something, you being victimized. Gemini, you know I'm the last one that's going to sit here and call you a victim. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that we are victims. I do believe that bad things happen to us. I do believe that we can be victimized. But I don't believe that we are a victim unless we see ourselves that way. Okay? So I feel like there could be something here where maybe you have been in that victim energy of blaming yourself, you know, or thinking that only bad things happen to you, or, you know, oh, woe is me, right? I'm just a broken person and broken things happen to me, you know. There's something here where you're changing that mindset. You're starting to see the value within yourself. And again, this is really starting to balance you out. Feels really good with the Four of Swords. That's a healing energy. That's reflecting on the things that have happened to you that are really hard or are hurtful, but you know, releasing that pain, realizing that that's not something that you need to carry. It's not your responsibility to carry that. Okay? What happened to you doesn't define who you are unless you allow it to. All right? So let's see what else we have here. We have the Empress energy. Yeah, for some of you guys, you are balancing yourself out, possibly after a pregnancy, or again, after some kind of injury or big life change or a change to your body or something like that, right? But overall, I'm just seeing an increase in your self-worth, okay? You are starting to see yourself as worthy. You're starting to see yourself as beautiful. For some of you guys, if you had body issues or something like that, where just really being very judgmental of the fact that you have a belly, or maybe that you have stretch marks, or maybe that you have wrinkles and, you know, gray hair or something, these flaws that everybody has. We're all human, right? We all got marks on our face and, you know, lines and spots and whatever. Like we're just human, you know? And like, maybe you were very judgmental of that, but you're starting to like, I don't know, like let it all hang out, girl/boy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, okay? There's something about that for somebody, like being really body positive or starting to care about your body more, take care of your body. Maybe for some of you guys, there could have been some kind of issue here where you just weren't taking care of yourself, and it could possibly be because of a trauma that you've had, you know? Especially if there was like some kind of like SA, if you know what I'm trying to say here, like an S assault. If there was something like that that happened, there could have been this energy of not really wanting to take care of yourself, so that way you're not desirable to anybody, so that never happens to you again, you know? But you are worth taking care of yourself, you know? You're worth feeling good. And again, you're not a victim, you know? Something bad happened to you, but that doesn't have to be the rest of your life. That doesn't have to be your story or your identity, okay? So there's something about that here for sure. I feel like just a lot of you guys have been talking to somebody, or you've been just getting real with yourself or facing something, and this is changing how you view yourself. You're really starting to value yourself at a very high level here, which is a beautiful thing, Gemini. It really is. What does this read the fine print for what's changing for Gemini? This is not the message that I was expecting, okay? But yeah, with the Ace of Cups here, it's like you've been looking really deeply into yourself here and maybe being very judgmental. Like, I'm just getting that energy of looking at all of your little flaws and why did I say that? Why did I do that? You know? Some of you guys could have really had like a lot of flashbacks or conversations that replay in your head about the stupid things that you feel like you've said, or, you know, and it's just like, you know, being really hard on yourself. Instead, now you're starting to nourish yourself. Like, you're starting to give to yourself, you know? Like, instead of taking away from myself by judging myself and picking every little thing that I've done apart, I'm going to nourish it. I'm going to be like, hey, you know, it is what it is. Or I'm going to see the beauty in my mistakes. I'm going to see the beauty in my flaws. Like, I'm getting that very strongly, guys, okay? Some of you guys are just starting to accept that you are a work in progress and you're not, you know, you're not perfect, or nor were you ever meant to be, you know? I can't speak for everybody else, right, in their connection with spirit. I can really only speak for myself, and that's how these readings come through, is my own experience with spirit. So if something ever like doesn't fit right for you or sit right with how I view, how spirit views something, that's you know, don't take it. But for me, spirit doesn't expect perfectionism. Like, spirit has never expected me to be perfect. It's only expected me to try to be better, you know? And it expects me to mess up. It expects me to make mistakes and to be flawed and to learn and grow and not always be the best version of myself that I could be. But it's never loved me less because of that. It makes me so emotional. It's never like loved me less because of that, you know? But there's something here where it's like spirit wants you to see yourself in that same light, Gemini. Like, spirit wants you to see that you're meant to be flawed. You're meant to be exactly who you are. And that doesn't involve you being perfect. That doesn't involve you never having anything bad happen to you, or never messing up or making mistakes, right? So for some of you guys, it's like looking at this beautiful picture here and then this water that's like smudging things and washing things away. It's like, allow yourself to see the beauty in your flaws or the beauty in the mistakes, okay? Give yourself love and realize that you're still baking, right? You're still cooking. You're still living your life. You're still learning, you're still growing. And with this, Gemini, your sense of value is increasing. I'm feeling like this is what we're going to start getting to over here. There's a valuable opportunity or something that's coming towards you, or your finances are increasing, or your work, or how people are seeing you is shifting with how you're seeing yourself. And some of you guys could notice that. You know, when you look at yourself as high value, you attract high value situations, high value people. So giving yourself love is like really important right now, Gemini. And that could be what's changing, is that you're making that a priority now. Like before, maybe you weren't. Yeah, 2 of Cups. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Being on the same page with yourself, for sure. For sure, Gemini, you are the sign of the twins. So I look at this is you and you on the same page with yourself, realizing that you made a soul contract here with yourself to show up, to love yourself, to be the best that you could be, even if that's not always the best. It's the best that you could be in that moment, right? To heal, to do better. That is the soul contract that you made with yourself, to never give up on yourself. The relationship that you have with yourself will always be the most pivotal, the most vital relationship that you will have above any other relationship, even with your children, even with your parents. Because how you speak to yourself, how you view yourself is the framework for everything in your life. For the opportunities you allow yourself to go after, or the opportunities you don't allow yourself to go after. The relationships you get in, or the relationships you choose not to get in. It's all comes back down to your self-perception and how you view yourself, what you feel you're worthy of. I feel like because of this, you are going to start attracting high-value partners, or you already have, Gemini, or there could be a connection in your life that's going to be healing. Because maybe you weren't able to show up for yourself, so of course you weren't able to show up for somebody else, you know? So there could be something here where it's just like, you know, you might meet somebody that they see the greatness within you too. They don't see a flawed human. They just see a human. Okay? There could definitely be somebody who's looking into you and is like, damn, that self-love really looking good on you, okay? Or I just love the way you love yourself. I love the way that you talk to yourself, or how you talk to people, or how you look at things. Like, you know, being incredibly emotional or incredibly positive, like that can be such a turnoff for some people. But I feel like that was you. If you were attracting people like that did not want to look at emotions, were very avoidant of emotions, of crying, of facing these very normal things. That's normal to be emotional. That, you know what I mean? Like that's one of the most normal things ever, is to be emotional. And if you were attracting people who are very avoidant towards that, it's because you possibly were very avoidant of it yourself. You know? Maybe there's some things that you weren't looking at. I feel like now with this shift that's happened, it's like you're attracting people that are like, damn, that is attractive. Doing self-work is attractive. Going to therapy is attractive. Working on yourself is attractive. Facing your trauma and your shadow work is attractive. Accepting yourself for who you are, attractive. Accepting others for who they are, attractive. Okay? So I'm getting that energy very strongly, Gemini, that somebody is possibly looking at you and they're just like, wow, I'm in love, okay? I don't know, for somebody is. They are definitely in love with you, Gemini. I feel like somebody wants to reach out to you. Possibly message you. Yep, there's this little King of Wands with the lovers on the bottom of the deck. That's what I was talking about. Could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be. For sure with the Gazelle, could be a fire sign. Could be a Gemini, doesn't have to be. Could be a water sign, because we got King of Cups over here, Libra, Taurus with the Empress energy as well, okay? But take it as it resonates. Masculine, feminine, whatever, man, woman, okay, whatever. Somebody could definitely be looking at you and feeling like you are just a star, or you shine very brightly, or there's just something about you. You make this person want to be better too. I'm getting that very strongly. Like, the more that you work on yourself, you make other people around you want to work on themselves too, in like a really positive way, you know? Because I can't stand that Me Too shit, where it's like, you know, oh, well, I like space. Oh, well, me too. You know, I'm into tarot cards. Oh, me too. I like to run 5 miles a day. Oh, me too. Knowing damn well you ain't ran a day in your life. Okay, like, you know, I can't stand that. This is the energy of like you being authentic with yourself is letting other people be authentic with themselves around you, and you guys finding that common ground. Y'all don't have to have everything in common or like to do the same things all the time, but you guys could open each other up to different worlds. You know, or just sit back and let them do them and just admire them from a distance, right? I love it when you take your you time to do you, you know? I'm gonna take my me time to do me. There's something here about a very cohesive relationship coming in, Gemini. This could be what's changing. I don't know. I'm getting hella positive energy when it comes to love for somebody, you know? Like attracting somebody who just loves you for who you are, okay? Damn. Okay, yeah, 10 of Pentacles. This could be the one, Gemini, or this could be something that goes for the long haul or something here. Maybe you had to have this shift within how you see yourself, or maybe there was some kind of inner work that you had to go through before you could allow this in. I don't know, but it feels really positive. What is this chosen energy that's changing? Let me get some coffee real quick. What is this chosen energy that's changing for Gemini, please? Being selected for something. We got the sun coming out. What the hell? It's such a positive reading. I love it. Okay. The Hierophant. Yeah, you're mastering something. You're taking something more seriously too. I feel like you're taking yourself seriously. It's almost like this is giving like Rafiki or whatever that monkey's name was in The Lion King, where he's like, okay, I don't know, there's something here where it's like you're being lifted up to greatness as the chosen one. Okay, there's something very significant about that, for sure. Some of you guys just had a baby, and this baby is a chosen energy, and you loving up on yourself and allowing yourself to be authentic and being gentle on yourself is going to cause you to be like this with this baby, and it's going to show this baby that it's okay to be authentic with themselves too. Like, you know, it's a beautiful thing. All right. So there's something here with that where it's like you're starting to see who you are inside. Okay. Like this is what's shifting and changing, and it's not in like a conceited type of way. Like it's not like, oh, I'm the shit and you're just nothing, right? It's not a comparison of other people and where they're at. It's just seeing you for what you're here to do, or who you're meant to be, or that you are destined for greatness. Because for some of you guys, you couldn't believe it. Why on earth would I be chosen? Why would it be me? You know, what have I done that's great? I'm just a fuck up, right? Or I'm just a broken person. I'm just somebody who has all this trauma. What about me is chosen? What about me is special? That's shifting, Gemini. You're not seeing yourself like that anymore. Damn, this is a beautiful message. With the Hierophant, yeah, there's something here where you've done some kind of work here, right? To master yourself. Or you've asked yourself certain questions and you've gained the answers for those. But I am getting with the Hierophant, again, just taking yourself more seriously or taking ownership of something. Possibly something that you do too could be getting a lot of recognition here with the Sun. Like it brings a lot of joy to people, or it makes people happy, Gemini, or it advances something. It does something good is the energy I'm getting here. With the Emperor and the King of Pentacles popping out, yeah, there could be definitely like some kind of big offer that's coming towards you or something. This could be coming from somebody who's in that energy of being very sure of themselves, or they've already created something with this Emperor energy, Aries energy, Leo energy here. This could definitely be somebody who wants you to, or sees something great within you and maybe wants you to elevate yourself, make more money, do something better, be better. I don't know. I feel like a really good financial offer coming your way is going to put you into this King of Pentacles, right? Where, you know, suddenly everything's going to be kind of just different here. Feels like things are going to be flowing with that money energy. And he's counting money, doing his bills, whatever, okay? It's like things are suddenly going to be going very smoothly, or business is going to be really good. And it all stems from this shift you've had within you. It all stems from looking at the dark side of yourself, for accepting yourself for who you are, for facing the things that maybe you didn't want to face, and balancing out that energy. That's why I say it all the time. We don't talk about it enough. We don't talk about it enough, okay? About how valuable healing work is, like how valuable it is to your actual life and even your financial stability. I feel like I've been like a broken record though, so I'm not going to go back over it again, but you know, yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Yeah, Knight of Cups. I feel like somebody wants to come in and offer you something. Some of y'all are going to have love and money kind of come in at the same time, or things just suddenly shift. That's the change here with the star. It's like everything gets aligned. But it's really you that was aligned, you know? So you might be looking at like, damn, something shifted, like the stars are aligned, suddenly everything's in place, but it's you. You've aligned because you took care of yourself. You were loyal to yourself in the most important way, you know? Whew. All right, let's get some advice and additional messages and we're gonna be done. Damn. This reading took me up, down, everywhere. Actions lead to success, Gemini. Yeah. And, you know, I feel like that's something that maybe you were in this frozen state of, I don't want to do anything because I don't believe in myself, or I don't see the best outcome, or I'm only looking at the flaws, right? And so it's like, Spirit's like, no, take action, regardless of how you feel something is going to be received, or what you feel something is worthy of, or what you look at it. Take action, because I feel like there's something here that's going to grow, or it's going to be very positive for you. It's going to lead you to this success. Card number 1 too, and that's reminding me of the Magician energy. Card number 7. The inner truth, following your intuition, Gemini, but also the inner voice that's speaking to you, right? Because there's something here with that. We have abundance that came out, card number 9. 179 could be significant. 971. We have card number 25, 52. Claim your power, Gemini. It's never too late to as well. There's something about that. It's never too late to claim your power. But yeah, abundance is definitely coming towards you, and it's going to be, your pocket's about to be deep with this whale energy. I feel that very strongly for somebody. But you had to be in alignment. There's something about that, okay? What else do we have here for Gemini gang? One more, if you please. One more, Spirit. Or maybe that's it. Okay. We have Spirit's like, look on the bottom, facial fear. That is the key, right? And some of you guys, it's very scary to look at, you know, the trauma that's happened to you, or to be real with yourself, you know, or to allow yourself to feel these emotions that you've kind of hidden away. It's scary. Nourish your shadow. That's literally what this reading has been about. I was not shocked when I saw that. Card number 33. I was not shocked at all, because that is literally what this has been about. You nourishing your shadow, you pouring into yourself, you loving even the parts of yourself that you feel are unlovable, you finding something worthy in the parts of yourself that you feel are worthless, okay? And this watering you, this healing you, for sure. We have prayers answered. After a hard time with that buffalo energy, after all the hard work with this bee energy, prayers are going to be answered, Gemini. Just trust, okay? Card number 12, card number 32. Just trust. Trust that you're going to make it out of a dark time, even when you haven't been able to see the way, right? With the mole energy, it always makes me feel like this, just climbing your way, crawling your way through the darkness, not really knowing where you're going, but kind of feeling the light, feeling the warmth on your face, and knowing that you're going to make it to a really positive place, Gemini. You are, okay? Damn, I love this reading. Well, I hate to let you go, but I feel like this is it, all right? I do hope it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.